Good morning, everyone. This is Hashita Kasireddy. Today, I'll be presenting with Sandeep on the topic sentiment analysis using TextBlob and Vadar. The main goal of this project is to analyze emotions in text and compare how these two natural language processing tools perform. We will look at how each model works, where they are useful, and what are their limitations. Next slide. Coming to the introduction, sentiment analysis is an NLP technique used to determine whether a piece of text expresses a positive, negative, or neutral emotion. It is one of the most widely used NLP applications today. For example, when you post a review on Amazon, the system can detect if it is positive or negative. Companies use sentiment analysis to understand customer feelings about their product or service. Social media platforms analyze public reactions to events or brands. In this project, I choose two popular Python libraries, TextBlob and Vadar, and compare how they classify text sentiment. Coming to the next slide, applications of sentiment analysis. Here are some real world use cases. First one comes with the customer review insights, where e commerce platforms analyze thousands of reviews to understand satisfaction levels. Now, social media monitoring, where companies and researchers track public opinion about products, movies, events, or even elections. Chatbots and customer service. Chatbots can detect if a customer is upset or respond politely or escalate to human support. Political and social analysis, where analysts study public mood and trends during elections or important global events. So, sentiment analysis is extremely valuable in industry and research. Coming to the next slide, what is TextBlob? TextBlob is a simple and beginner friendly library from Python built on top of NLTK. It provides many basic NLP functions like parts of speech tagging, noun phrase extraction, tokenization, and of course, sentiment analysis. It works using a sentiment lexicon, meaning it has a dictionary of words like good, bad, amazing, terrible, with predefined sentiment values. Because of its simplicity, TextBlob is commonly used in academic projects and quick sentiments checks. Now coming to the next slide, how TextBlob works. TextBlob mainly gives two scores, polarity and subjectivity. Polarity ranges from -1 to +1, which is very negative and very positive. Subjectivity ranges from 0 to 1, where 0 means very objective, 1 means very opinion based. TextBlob works well for formal text, such as reviews or articles, but it struggles with sarcasm, emojis, slang, very short social media sentences. For example, if someone says, "Yay, great, just failed my exam," TextBlob might think it's positive because of the word great. Coming to the next slide, sample code. Here is a simple example where I analyze the text. I love learning about data science. TextBlob gives polarity 0.5, meaning that positive sentiment. Subjectivity 0.6, meaning it's opinion based. This shows how easy it is to apply TextBlob to short pieces of text. Just one line of code and you get sentiments, which makes it great for beginners and quick prototypes. The next slide will be continued by Sandeep.
Yeah, now let's move into Vadar. Vadar stands for Valence Aware Dictionary and Sentiment Reasoner. It's a rule-based sentiment analysis model developed especially for social media text. Unlike classical models that only look at words, Vadar understands the style of how people communicate online. It recognizes capital letters for emphasis, like punctuations, like exclamatory marks, degree modifiers such as very, extremely, super, and also it recognizes the emojis, laugh emoji, angry emoji, and love, etc. The internet slangs like lol, oh my god, everything, etc. So instead of just understanding words, Vader understands emotions intensity. This makes it better for short, informal, emotional content such as tweets, YouTube comments, Instagram captions, or everyday chat messages. Like, and when it comes to the next slide, how Vadar works. Let's see how Vadar actually works. Vadar uses two things: a sentiment dictionary containing thousands of words like great, horrible, amazing, terrible. Next, linguistic rules to detect emphasis like exclamation marks, capitalization, and emojis. And Adder outputs four sources: positive, negative, neutral, compound. And the final score will be between negative to positive. The compound score is the most important one. If compounds is greater than 0, the text will be positive. If the compound is less than 0, the text is negative. This makes the Vadar super fast and useful for real-time applications. And when it comes to the next slide, there is a Vadar sample code example. To demonstrate this, I analyzed the sentence, the movie was amazing. So Vadar detects strong enthusiasm due to capital letters and exclamation marks. The compound score was 0.8316, which means strong positive emotion. So Vadar isn't just reading the words, it reading the tone and emotion expressed in the text. And when it comes to the next slide, we compare the difference between the text block and Vadar. So there are some features which we compared both text block and Vadar. The text block is best for formal text essay writing reviews. So whereas the Vadar is for best for social media and casual chats. So who understands the emojis? The text block won't understand the emojis, whereas Vadar understand the emojis. And the text block doesn't handle the intensity, whereas Vadar handles the intensity. The both are easy to use, but whereas text block is very easy to use uh, when compared with Vadar. The accuracy depends on grammar and sentence structure in text block, whereas in Vadar, emotions makers and tone is the which depends on accuracy. So text block is like a formal language reader. Vadar is like a social media reader. Both have their unique strengths. And when we come to the advantages of both text block and the Vadar, text block have very friendly, beginner friendly, great for long documents, good at handling proper grammar and structured language. And also it is integrated with NLTK. When it comes to Vadar advantages, it is designed for social media, detects informal text, emojis and slang, understands sarcasm better than simple models, handles emotional intensity well. So each tool is designed for a different environment. And when it comes to limitations, the text block struggles with short sentence like cool, internet slang, sarcasm like oh great, another Monday might predict positive. Vadar struggles with complex long paraphrases, professional documents, deep context understandings. Like example, the camera battery life is short, but the video quality excellent. Sometimes Vadar overreacts to emojis or punctuation, so text context matters. Mm, when it comes to the real world use cases to connect with the real application, like TextBlog recommended for business reviews, news articles, customer feedback, survey, and academic text, whereas Vadar recommended for tweets, Instagram comments, YouTube comments, chat messages, like posts, some posts. So depending on where you text comes from, the model changes. The we have now I will walk you through the code briefly. So here is the code. This code with TextBlog, I collected like 1,000 positive and 1,000 negative samples, text samples. So with TextBlog, I imported TextBlog loop through each sentence, compute polarity. If the polarity is greater than zero, it is the positive. If the uh, it is less than zero, it is negative. Count correctly predicted values. So this gives us test block accuracy for both classes. When it comes to Vadar, import sentiment intensity analyzer. For each text, extract compound score. If compound greater than zero, it is positive, else it is negative. So then calculate the accuracy. So whereas when we go results, we can say that text block positive accuracy is 58.25, whereas the negative accuracy is like 59.25. So Vadar, when it comes to Vadar, the positive accuracy will be like same as text block, whereas in negative accuracy it is like less like in text block it is 59, whereas in Vadar is 56.22. So both are close in performance. For positive text, TextBlock did slightly better on negative sentences. This shows that neither model is perfect, but each is better in different contexts. So we also practices some examples. So this graph shows the positive and negative in the text block sentiment analysis, whereas Vadar sentiment has also a neutral score. We got neutral score sometimes. So most of the Vadar got positive. Positive on the both side is equal, whereas negative is different in Vadar and text block. So this is the difference I got when it compared with text block and Vadar. So when it comes to conclusion, so both models are rule-based sentiment analysis tools. Text blocks work better with formal text. Vadar works better with social media and expressive text. In real NLP applications today, we often combine these models or move to transformer-based models like for higher accuracy. Thank you. Thank you for listening.